So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Prelims Powerplay. Now, if you have been following this lecture series for quite some time, you know this that we have divided the entire 1 year's current affairs. Important current affairs, important from the perspective of their probability in featuring in this year's prelims examination. So we have divided all these 1 year's current affairs into subjects, and we cover each and every subject one by one just before your prelims examination so that you cover all your bases when it comes to prelims examination. You cover all the important current affairs when it comes to prelims examination. And I don't need to tell you the importance of current affairs. You all know 50% of your paper will be related to current affairs, whether directly or indirectly. So current affairs coverage is very important. And current affair coverage, if those current affairs are segregated into subjects, well, it is very beneficial for you because you're able to remember those current affairs. If someone divides all these current affairs into subjects and then you cover them, well, it becomes easier for you to remember them. So we have done that job for you, though many others also have done that job for you, but we have done that job for you in an easier way. Okay. Now, in this Prelims Powerplay series, we will cover the entire 1 year's current affairs subject-wise. Now, we have covered the entire economics portion. The economics portion is done. Okay. You don't need to do anything else when it comes to your current affairs with respect to economics. If you haven't seen those lectures, I would advise you to go back and see all those lectures of Prelims Powerplay dedicated to economics. Okay. As far as economics is concerned, we are done with that. Now, we are going to start with polity. Okay. So, in the next 6 days, we will cover the entire current affairs of the past 1 year with respect to polity. Now, mind you, we have selected only those current affairs which have a high probability of featuring in your prelims examination. Okay, those current affairs which have a low probability or are a little redundant or unimportant, we have ignored them because time is of the essence. Not much time is left, therefore we can only focus on the important current affairs. Okay, so trust me on this. The topics that we have chosen for this Prelims Powerplay series, okay, well, those topics are chosen carefully, okay, and please do cover them because there is a high probability that those topics would feature in your exam, okay. So from now on, we'll start with polity. It is going to be 6 days, 6 lectures, and your entire polity current affairs portion would get covered. If you haven't watched economics portion, I'm repeating it again, go back and first watch economics portion and then start with polity. Okay? Alright. Now, within this portion of polity, well, what we have done is all the important current affairs with respect to polity, we have divided them into 6 topics. Okay? And we will cover each and every topic every day till 6 days. So, within 6 days, you will cover 6 topics of polity. In those 6 topics of polity, you will cover more than 60 news items that are important from the perspective of featuring in your prelims examination. Okay? Alright. So, I'll give you a list of those topics. Okay? So, let's take a look at the list of those topics that we will cover within the broader subject of polity. Okay? So, let's start. So, Prelims Powerplay polity series is going to start. Okay? And within this polity series, the entire polity topic is divided into these 6 topics. Okay. Executive. So all the news items with respect to executive would be covered. All the news items with respect to parliament would get covered. Then judiciary. There were quite a lot news items with respect to judiciary. Well, judicial accountability, NJAC, okay, judges appointment, all these issues were discussed in the past 1 year's current affairs. Then we'll talk about criminal justice system. Now, within criminal justice system, we will talk about issues related to, well, what did the Supreme Court say about marital rape? What did the Supreme Court say about POCSO Act, okay, Child Molestation Act? What did the Supreme Court say about overcrowding of jails? All of this is part of criminal justice system. So, we will cover all of that. Then, there were many news items with respect to fundamental rights. We will talk about that. And then there were some other news items, which we have categorized into this broader category of miscellaneous. Okay. So for the next 6 days, you will cover these 6 lectures. And if you follow these 6 lectures diligently, you would have covered your entire portion of polity current affairs. You wouldn't have to worry about your polity related current affairs if you diligently give me 6 days of your life in this lecture series. Okay? Make sense? Now, let me tell you how many topics we will cover, how many news items we will cover. Okay? So within the topic of executive, well, we will cover 5 news items. Within parliament, 7. Within judiciary, 10. Within criminal justice system, 12 news items are there, 12 topics are there, subtopics. Fundamental rights, 14, and there are 10 miscellaneous topics. So if you add them all, they reach round about 60. Okay? So 60 topics in next 6 days. Okay? Now one more thing, one more announcement. The thing is, from tomorrow you will get these Prelims Powerplay Polity lectures. Okay? The lecture shall be uploaded at 11 a.m. every day. So mark your calendar, mark your timetable, 11 a.m. every day. The lecture shall constitute round about 30 minutes. Okay? But these 30 minutes won't do the job for you completely. Because along with every lecture, you will also get notes from that lecture. Those would be short notes because I don't want you to spend your entire day just on this lecture series. Okay, you have to cover other parts of your syllabus as well. Okay, so 30 minutes of this lecture, then another 15 minutes of what? Of basically revising whatever you have studied in the lecture from the notes, and then another 10 minutes of practicing MCQs. Okay, so within around 55 minutes, or let's just round it up to 1 hour, you'll be done for the day as far as Prelims Powerplay is concerned. So I am demanding 6 days of your life, but actually I'm demanding 6 hours of your life before your prelims examination, because if you'll give those 6 hours to me, 1 hour every day, doing this, you wouldn't have to worry about your polity related current affairs. Okay? Mind you, we are not just covering polity. We have already covered economics. We will cover polity in the next 6 days, and we will cover all the other subjects in this Prelims Powerplay lecture series. Okay? Next would be international relations, then science and tech, then environment, and then miscellaneous other topics. Okay? But do follow this lecture series because it is of extreme importance. Through this, well, you will cover those current affairs which have a high probability of featuring in your exam. Okay? So just give me 1 hour of your life daily till your prelims exam. Okay? And you would be a little better off when it comes to this year's prelims examination. Okay? If, and mind you, only if you follow this routine that I am about to tell you. Okay? You have to give me 30 minutes, then 15 minutes of revision from the notes, 10 minutes from practicing MCQs. That's it. If you follow this diligently, consistently, regularly before your prelims examination, well, you have a higher chance. Clear? Okay then. So from tomorrow, 11 a.m. onwards, we'll start with Prelims Powerplay Polity. Other subjects are coming, but till the time we are covering polity, follow this routine that I just reiterated, I just mentioned to you properly, diligently. And I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. sharp. Thank you, everyone.